All right. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here today. I know I'm going to start my timer as well. I know we've been sitting for a while and it's after lunch, so I'm going to do a quick little exercise with you. So everybody clap your hands. Start clapping your hands. We're going to get some blood flowing again. Start clapping your hands. And then everybody tap your thighs. Tap those thighs. And then you're going to touch your knees. And you're just going to drag your hands up your body like you're lifting laundry out of a wet bucket. And you're going to lift your hands way up, leave them up there, leave them up there. And then we're going to just shake out that water that we just got water all over our hands, right? So shake it out. And then we're going to go up again, reach for the ceiling and shake out those fingers, shake off that water, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Okay, woo, got some energy going again, right? Just what you want to talk about, accountability, woohoo, it's so exciting. So we're going to get started. So we're going to create an action plan. I know every single one of us has been to an event before where we've taken tons of notes, we've listened to great speakers, we've gotten great advice, we've met great people, and we take these notes and then we go back to our office and that gets stuck in the pile. And you get back to your day and your work day and your email, and then nothing happens with those notes that you took, those fantastic tips you just learned. So I want to make sure that that doesn't happen from the SHE Expo. So we're going to use our little thumbs up so I can see some of you. I'm going to go see if I can get a few more of you on my screen here so I can see some more of you. But give me that little thumbs up down at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There's that reactions button where you can do clapping or a thumbs up. So how was today? Thumbs up. Awesome. You could always do this too. Excellent. Is this your first virtual expo? Thumbs up. Yes, mine too. It's been fun. Did you learn anything new today? Take lots of notes. Yes, definitely. Meet some potential clients or referral partners? Yes, thumbs up. And have you had some fun? I loved the breakouts. Thank you for the word. Breakout sessions and the networking. So it's been really fun. But now what? What do we do with all this fun that we've had today and all these great people we've met? Here's some of my takeaways from today. I've been typing in my little PowerPoint as we've gone through the day. So, you know, Andrea had have some fun in your life. The benefits of bringing your own laugh track wherever you go. Take a nap and enjoy the free snacks and open bar while you're working from home. I love that one. Lori, the fixed and growth mindset. Stay in the marketing mindset. I'm a storyteller, marketing to humans. I'm nimble, I ask for and receive help, and I'm seeking opportunities. Jeanette, get your brag on. I love it. I actually bought her book and used it with my daughter who's 24 and helped her interview and she got the job. So these statements do work. So pay attention to what she did. Here's one I wrote down. In my 5 years as a business strategy coach, I've helped a client go from idea to a $200,000 revenue business in under 2 years. That's just one of the ones I worked on. So thank you, Jeanette. And Kim, I love the marketing recipe. The social media is sand. So sometimes sand is annoying, but it's something we have to live with, right? So just think of the beach. The beach is beautiful. Educate, inspire, behind the scenes, things that we can do, and then great info with the hashtags and the tagging. So thank you so much for all of our speakers. But again, what do we do with it? You might be looking at your list tomorrow when you get back and you'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start with all the stuff I just learned. So we're going to go through really quickly some tools for focus, follow-up, and accountability. So the number one thing is focus. This is my favorite tool to get refocused after you've just had an influx of new information. It's called the 10-minute brain dump. You can use this tool to help clear your mind. It helps you sleep better because you won't be waking up at 2 in the morning thinking, oh my gosh, did I write that down? Did I do that thing? It also helps you live and work with intention. It helps you get to the profitable tasks on your list, and it helps you stop the multitasking brain bounce, right? So we all have that where our brain's just bouncing all over the place. So how it works, and I have a tool, and I'll send you the slides. I think we'll send the slides so this link will work, but you can download this and get more details, but it's pretty simple. You just grab a blank piece of paper, you set a timer for 10 minutes, and you write down everything that you have to do. If you have multiple businesses like I do, or maybe you want to have a column for a business and a personal things, and you just write down, I need to get flour for the pantry. I need to, follow up with George about that email. I need to, whatever it is, go by the timer and just dump it all out on the piece of paper. The next thing is the most important, and it's where sometimes people just start looking at that list and going, oh my gosh, now I'm too overwhelmed. The next thing is to go back and prioritize your list. Go back and put a $sign by every task that's going to bring in money in your business, and then do those first. That will help you focus on the things that are really going to move your business forward, right? So put your $signs by those items. You may then subcategorize things by these are admin or these are marketing things or something like that. Then the next step is get it into your calendar. It doesn't do you any good on that piece of paper. It's just going to sit there and weigh in your mind. But until you have it in your calendar, time blocked off to actually do that task, then that's when you can breathe easy and know you're going to get to it, right? And so when you make your calendar appointment, maybe you block off 2 hours on Friday morning for marketing. So that doesn't tell me anything when I go to my calendar. It's like, oh, marketing. What was I going to do for marketing? Oh, maybe I'll go look at social media, right? And then you get lost and the 2 hours is gone in that sand, right? You're in that sand. So make sure when you book the appointment that you're putting the tasks that you want to get done. So under marketing, I want to go and create 2 posts for social media. I want to write my blog. I want to go and tag 5 people on Instagram. Put the task in the calendar event so that you know what you're doing when it pops up in your calendar. Okay, everybody got that? Okay, our next section, that was for focus. So that's how we focus all this stuff. The next thing is for follow-up. So we made some great connections today, right? Hopefully you made connections in the booths and in the networking. So how are you going to follow up with the connections? So here's a 3-step strategy you can use. Gather all your contacts from today. Beth's going to send us this wonderful spreadsheet with everybody's contact information that they've put in the chat. You're going to create a simple spreadsheet or upload it into your CRM system. And then you're going to block off time in your calendar to follow up over the next 3 weeks. It doesn't all have to be done at once, right? We can drip this out. So here's what you might do to do connections over the next 3 weeks. So week 1, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, you're going to go and connect to everybody on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You're going to everybody that you met today, everybody on your list. Just make a connection. The next week, you're going to send a reminder email to them about who you are and how you met. We met at the SHE Expo. We had a conversation in your booth, blah, blah, blah. And you're also going to go back into their social media and make sure you post or follow or like, just like what we learned from Kim, right? Engage with them on social media. And then the following week, you can reach out again and schedule a one-to-one meeting. And again, go back in and engage with them, right? So you're continuing that engagement. So that might look something like this. Here's a sample spreadsheet. So here's my name, my business, my email, my phone number. Here's the notes, like where do we meet? What do we talk about? And then when I'm going to connect with them on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, when I'm going to follow, you're kind of behind the pictures here, so I have to move you guys to see what these other columns say, but send her an intro email and then schedule a one-on-one. So this means I can still drip out these follow-up activities over the next 3 weeks, so people aren't overwhelmed and they have some time. They get to know me a little bit. I'm getting to know them on their social media. So it's a nice way, a nice, slow, and easy way to build the relationship with the people that you met today at the expo. All right, so there's other things we need to follow up with on that we learned today, and these are the action items, right? If you're like me, you've been taking all kinds of notes today. So here's a 3-step strategy for implementing some action items today. So gather all of your notes. You know, we've got our worksheet from Janet that had great notes on it, and I've been taking other notes in my notebook here. So I would gather all my notes, and then I always put a star next to any action item that I need to actually do something with in my notes. So if there's something, like as people came into my booths and I said, oh, I'm going to email you that, or I'll call you for a follow-up email or something, or I'll send you something, put a star by that so that you know that's something you need to take action on. So then, and if there was something that you learned, like in Kim's great thing or Lori's presentation this morning about, here's some things you should be doing for your marketing, creating your story, then go back and highlight those things that you want to take action on, tips that you got today that you want to take action on. Put them all on a little sticky note or a big sticky note, depending on what size you want, but put each one of those action items on a sticky note. And if it's date driven, like you have to do it by the 15th of November, put the date on there as well. And then you're going to put those sticky notes where you can see them, and you're only going to take 1 or 2 of those sticky notes each week and do that task. You're not going to tackle all 30 of your sticky notes that you got from your notes today, right? But you're going to take what you took today in your notes, put them onto individual little tasks that you want to do. If there's a deadline, put that on there. And then each week, grab 1 or 2 of those sticky notes and implement it. Again, if you're putting in those blocks in your calendar, make sure you put that task in that calendar block. Once you've got those 2 done and implemented, then you can go on to the next 2 sticky notes, right? So if you want to prioritize your pile of sticky notes, you can do that as well. But that way it gets out of your notebook and into something you can see. It's easy to grab one and say, oh, I can implement this week. It doesn't get lost in the notes, right? All right. The next one is action plan. Oh, action plan. That's what I'm talking about. Accountability. I forgot what am I talking about? Accountability. So focus, follow-up, and accountability. So I love this quote by Bob Proctor. Accountability is the glue that ties commitments to results. So it's one thing to say, yes, I'm going to do it, but it's a whole other thing to have some accountability built in around that. So there's 5 T's that I've come up. I love accountability. I think it's a great word. I know the power of it. It gets a bad rap sometimes, but accountability is wonderful. So, but there are 5 T's that I've discovered around accountability. So I want to share those with you today, okay? The first thing is, if you can find an accountability buddy, that is fantastic. Somebody else that you've met today. I am an accountability coach, so you can hire me to be your accountability partner, which I love to do. I call it loving and gentle accountability. I'm not going to be your drill sergeant. If that's what you need, you can find someone else. But if you need somebody who is encouraging and, full of resources and will tell you the truth when you need to hear the truth, then I could be your person. But find a partner that you're going to check in with on a regular basis, right? So then once you have that person, could be a spouse, could be a person in your SHE Leads group or somebody that you met here today, then you need to go through these 5 T's. So number 1 is target. You have to be really clear about your outcome. And I put the word SMART in there, right? We all have those SMART goals. We know what those are. So if you don't have an exact outcome, how are you ever going to measure against it? So you have to have a target. Like, for example, I have an accountability partner myself. And so when we first got started, we were thinking, okay, well, I want to get more clients. It was really generic. Like, what does that mean? How many more clients? But, so in the last quarter, we did a challenge to ourselves for social media, so to be more visible, right? So how are we going to do that? So I said, okay, I'm been on Instagram because my kids had it. I've never really posted on it in the 4 years that I've had the app. So Kim, I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Don't look at my account. But anyway, so we had a challenge. Like, okay, I'm going to post for the next 10 days. I'm going to post once a day, right? So those are SMART. Like, it's an actionable item. I know what the timeline is. I know I can either I hit it or I didn't hit it. So that's your target. Number 2 T is the tools. Do you have what you need to get it done? So this is a piece a lot of people forget about in accountability. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this thing in my business. Or like me, like, oh, I'm going to post on Instagram. I had the app on my phone, but I didn't know how to get the pictures from my computer to my phone if I didn't create them on my phone. Like, I use Canva to create graphics. So I was like, what kind of tools do I need to make that happen so I can get these pictures where they need to go, right? So I had to go and research the tools before I could start moving my target forward. The third one is timeline. So setting a regular time to check in and monitor your progress. You wouldn't just go climb a mountain and never stop, right? Some people can, most people can't, right? So setting up a regular time to say, okay, every 50 feet, or not, probably not 50 feet. You can tell I don't climb mountains because I don't know how long you would stop. But anyway, but you have to set up a regular time. So example, my accountability partner, we talk every Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock for 30 minutes. We have accountability calls. My accountability coaching clients, we talk on Monday mornings for 30 minutes. And we check in on, what did you say you were going to do last week? Did you do it? Yes or no? And if no, why not? And how are you going to get it done this week? And then what's your new focus this week if you're moving forward, right? So setting up that timeline with quick check-ins. It doesn't have to be very long. Sometimes I do just with my clients, I do a text message. Once I know what their goals are, I can just send them a quick text every Monday or every Thursday and say, did you get that done this week, right? It's really powerful. The next one is treats or tasks. So this is the old carrot and the stick motivations, right? What motivates you more? A treat? Is it good to get a reward if you do what you say you're going to do when you hit your goal, when you hit one of those progress goals? Or are you more motivated by a pain, a task? So I've had clients that have written me large checks to organizations that they don't support. And they've said, if I don't get this done by XYZ date, then you can mail that check to them. So I'm holding this check in a sealed envelope, and they know I'm going to mail it. And I've never once had to mail that check. So that's people who are motivated by that stick, Or there's some people who say, if I get this done, then, that will mean X for my business, which is a good reward, but I like to have people celebrate. So I encourage them to say, if you sign up the 5 clients during your launch, what are you going to do to celebrate? And I encourage them to do something that brings them energy and rejuvenates the energy and joy in their business. So maybe they get to go take a day off and they get to go spend it with their family or have a girlfriend's night out or go, we can't go to the movies anymore, but, and sometimes, I don't know if massage places are open, but pedicures, whatever gives you joy, right? But is that going to motivate you enough to get that thing done? So whatever motivates you, carrot or stick, tasks or treats. And then the last T is thoughtful feedback. So honest feedback is critical. So if you say you're going to do it and you're talking to your accountability partner and 4 weeks go by, and you have an excuse why you're not doing that thing every week, and then another week goes by, pretty soon it can be 6 months down the road and you're still making excuses about why you didn't do it. So as an accountability partner, it's your job to really give thoughtful and honest feedback and just call them on their crap, right? So sometimes that's what you have to do and just say, hey, I've noticed you keep talking about this every week. You keep moving it to the next week and the next week and the next week, and you're not moving forward. So is this really something that you want to do? Is it still important to you? Or do we just need to get it off your list so you stop talking about it, right? Is there something else that's replaced that in your plan? So the thoughtful feedback, again, this is where you pick the right accountability partner, makes all the difference in the world. The people that trust that they're going to give you honest feedback that's thoughtful without just harping on you, but they are going to call you on your crap when you start making excuses. So those are all important. All right. So those are the 5 T's of accountability. Now, you can't visit my booth anymore, but I do have here's my little quick Expo Success Bundle. So you can have, if you want to have accountability talk, or you want to talk about your plan or how you might build in some follow-up into your business, some systems, we can do a more money. My Success Bundle has a more money strategy session, and you get my magic meal planning system that answers the question, what's for dinner? So if that's a question you hate hearing every day, buy the bundle. That will save you some stress. And you get copies of my books as part of the bundle as well. So that is all on my webpage, so you can go visit it there. And now We're to the end of my presentation, which I got through that really fast, didn't I? Oh my gosh, I was talking fast. So you know the steps. It's now up to you to take the action. So go back through your notes, create your follow-up plan, create your action item plan, and find yourself an accountability partner. And that's what I have. So if we want to
Mary,
take
that's awesome. I have to know, are you
take a breath.
a treat or are you a task motivated person?
A little of both. A
Yeah.
little of
Oh,
both. Yes.
I knew there was
I
going to be a gray area. I think it's funny you gave us a choice and now you're the gray area. Tell us about that.
am. It depends on the action I need to take. If it's a big thing and I know I'm kind of dreading it, but I know it's important for me to do it, then I am motivated more by the task or the stick. I have written a check to an organization that I don't support, a big check that I did not want to have cashed, and I got it done the night before this person was going to mail the check for me. But I did it because I was like, they are not getting my money. So, it's so sometimes that is more of a motivator. Sometimes it's like, okay, if I get this done, I'm going to go really take an afternoon off, or I'm going to go get a pedicure or something like that. So it really depends on the task and how motivated I already am to get it done. Or if I know it's going to be a drudgery, something I'm dreading doing, but I need to do it anyway, then sometimes the task is more motivating for me.